dowel hole in the way. Dowel pin removing tool. A little bit longer hole than this bolt to do what I need to do. Use some long hardware. Long enough. All my long stuff is too big. Yep, there's one. I found one. There's another one. That's a 3/8. Alright, one's better than none. Watch your head. Low ground clearance. It's a longer bolt here. Alright. Do it yourself kit. Do is you put spacers between here, some big nuts. Big nuts work good for doing that kind of crap. We need at least 7/16 nuts, 3/8 nuts. Got some big nuts over here, don't I? Somewhere over here. That's too light. There we go. Yeah, well, washers, nuts, same difference. We can use washers. There's a big nut. You need that, and a couple of these right here. Do-it-yourself kit. Need a little caliper. Need about 3/4 of an inch difference for the crank width. So is that one washer or 2 washers? I think 2 washers at least. Oh, that's not even close. 2 more. That's almost 3/4. Okay, 4 washers and a nut. Okay, there's our do-it-yourself kit right there. 742, 730, 750 is 3/4. So you take your bolt, put your washer in the middle, the washer on both sides. Boom, a little long, it's alright. Same on the other side over here, we only got 2 bolts. This is called mocking up. Not mucking up, but mocking up. Bolt's got a bad thread on it. Now the case got wider by 3/4 of an inch. So that means you take your case right here, take your cylinder, go on there like so. And now you got plenty of room for bore. We can actually go bigger bore yet. So maybe we won't go quite that much. Maybe we can shorten it up to only use a 65 to 69. It's 3/8 inch wider, but I don't have a problem being thicker. Thicker is good. Gives you more room. This allows you to run a 5-speed tranny right behind it without any offset issues. Chain comes out, straight back, 5-speed tranny. All fits together like you're supposed to. Nice, quick, and simple. Cylinder bolts on there like that. Have to grow it up a little bit. All these big bore motors have taller decks on them. See, this is a. See how much taller the deck is in here? It's over 2 fingers tall. See, this one's got to go a lot more. So when you go up this much taller in deck height, then you can put the big cylinders on there and they both fit on the same common deck. Anyway, this here would go up here like that. And there you go. So you make it work. Now I gotta do some deck repair work, so no big deal. You can make a spacer to go in between here. Bolt together. Get longer studs. So this one here, I think I could probably shrink it a little bit. Not sure what our gap across here is. Scale. Oh, I heard it drop. There it is, right there. So what's our width across here right now? We are 4 3/4 inches. That could be a 4.5 inch bore. That'd be a really big motor. Okay, so if we take that off, we'll measure our spigot diameter. This one here is only 4.5 inch. Four and a half. So we're a 1/4 inch too much. So that means we can lose. Well, actually, this is spread apart, so that's not even correct. That is spread apart. That should be over here. This bolt is bad. Need a better mock-up than this. This mock-up sucks. This bolt is made badly. Look at the bolt wobbles. That is a quality piece of crap bolt. That's made in somewhere that's not good quality. Can't get good crap these days. Let's try another one. Too tall. Okay, we'll go one of these over here. If that don't work, get one of these over here. Try the shorter one. Yeah, that one's made a lot straighter. There you go. Quality merchandise. So we need a 4.5 inch register, so we know how much we need right now. Put this together and see if we got 4.5. Not working very easily today. I need a bolt that works good. That's the bad one. That's better, but not the best. Okay. A little bit better mock-up this time. See how much you're seeing or not seeing, or can't catch it. Okay, we are now 4.5 inch mock-up. All right, we are exactly what we need. So, take our cylinder. here. Studs are in my way. Need to lose a stud so you can get in here and work. Stud is keeping me from locking up where I want to. Damn stud. Stupid stud. Fix that problem. 3/8. 7/16. Stud puller. Sixteenth 20. They're not going on there. What the hell's going on to this thing? So 16 looks like it's supposed to be. Pretty bad when your tools don't fit. There it goes. It's got some rust buildup on there. Takes longer to do a mock-up when you got more crap you got to do. Let's see. There's a damn motor in my way over here. It's hard to do anything. Let's see. I need tools over here. Got one of them. That's probably too big. Big motor in my way over here. Hard to get the one I need. I'm close, but not that one either. Too much crap in my way over here. My little small thing out to use. Right. Oh, this is boring. I don't like it when I can't find my junk. This motor is in my way. So I purposely put all my tools over here I could get to them. And I think this one already checked. Yeah, we're missing the one we need. It should be down there with my other tools, but it ain't down there. What happened to it? Should have been laying right down here. That ain't it. Something happened to it. Must be up here. I don't remember moving it up to there. That looks way too big. How about that one? That looks like the right one. No. We're getting close. There we go. The correct tool. And this tool over here. Alright. Finally got the correct tool. Now, is this stud going to come out is the key thing. We don't know. It should. Oh yeah, it's moving already. Not you. Need this big one. Hey, the stud's out of the way. Still has rust on it. You know it's been blasted. Still got residue on there. See the residue. Alright, one stud out of the way. Now we can lock up our case better. We take our big ass cylinder, the correct big ass cylinder, the real one. It lays right in there like it's made for it, because it is. That's the correct spigot diameter. So now that fits right in there like it's supposed to. See the diameter right there matches. It doesn't go back far enough because the bore is too full. It's too small in this direction. But that would have to be welded up across the front there in a little bit of a hump shape. Probably move that bolt out a little bit also. Same with this bolt here maybe. So anyway, that would fit on there like that. Our little space we got to make in here, or just do a lot of welding. Either way it works. You got plenty of room for strength in here. Be nice and thick through here. Be about that thick, nice and strong. Weld our plug back in there. Good to go. We got room to put our lifter block up in here like we're supposed to. And mount our head up on here like it belongs on that. And our push rod angle should be pretty close because we're not really changing that much. Worst case, you can put a set of Evo lifter blocks in there because the Harley has too much of a splay angle on the shovel head, so they're more vertical on Evo, so that might work better. You don't know until you mock it up. This is going to have to go up quite a bit so it matches the height of this case over here. And that is coming off the lifter block. Hard to get in here to measure that, but close enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like about 1.5 inches. So an 1.5 inch offset or height. So that means we're going to have to move it up. We got 7/8. So we're going to have to go up 5/8 of an inch on the height to get our 1.5 inches. So that's about the thickness of one of these nuts in a washer here. So you jack this thing up to about this height here, and that'll be about the right height to give you the cylinder clearance you need. And you can run the stock piston right here in there. It'll be fun. Put an Ultima crank in there that's made for your with the big long rods like this one is. They got 4 different rod lengths to choose from to get you the right compression height, and you can make it work. Then we have a nice vintage land speed race motor we can use. So we got to put panheads on it, not stupid shovel heads. Shovel heads have to go. Got to have panhead cylinders. And I'll just make all these bolts here smaller. Just make them all like 3/8 of an inch. So they've got room to get up in under here. Depends on how much room we got under here. Looks like they're using 3/8 inch bolts from the bottom, so probably make it work. See, that's a 7/16. That doesn't work. So we'll go with a 3/8 inch bolts. 8 of those should be plenty. These are the cylinder studs we're using. That's how you do this stuff, see? So these are our bolts. They are 7/16, so that's good. That means they'll fit into here, but I'm sure the bolt pattern is different anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but this goes right here like that. Boom. That's about the height we need to go up to. About that, yeah. So there you go. It's not really that hard to do that. You can put the knuckleheads up on there if you wanted to and really have a crappy motor, but I'd rather go fast, so put panheads on top. But, there you go. Buy a nice set of cheap cases. They weren't exactly that cheap, but compared to good cases, they were cheap. They weren't $2 clay or better a piece for a pair. They were under half of that, so there you go. See, if we could use modern cases, like these ones over here, those are cheap. You buy them all day long, but for vintage racing, we have to use vintage parts, so that's a vintage part. It's less work than using this vintage part. So there you go. Make that work. Figure out what class you want. We can run a 100-inch class. It's actually 102 cube. You can run the 120. What's the other class? 2-liter. 6120. It's 122 cubes. So you can run that class. That'd be a short stroke with that cylinder. That cylinder's made for a big bore. So the next class up from 122 cube is 183 cube, 3-liter. So Ultima makes a 5/8 crank as their long crank. So 4 1/4 on a 5/8 is only 130 something inches. Not that big of a motor. Kind of limits you. If you put a 5 1/4 crank in it, which I happen to have, that would make it a bigger motor. That'd make it a lot bigger. But that one's, I gotta spend a lot of money on making that one work. So anyway, you gotta pick the class you want to run. So 4 1/4, 4 1/4 is a 120 motor, so that'd be a good combo to run. 80-inch crank, long rod, slam together quick and simple. You run the 2-liter class, get it running good, and then you can always put a 5/8 crank in it, bump you to 130 cube, and you run the big bike class. So same basic motor. So you could put the plate under it at that point for the extra stroke increase, bump it up a little bit. Go like that. You get 5-inch flywheels, 4 3/4 wheels. There's a lot of flywheels out there, but you make your own. Alright, well there you go. Another project for me to play with when I have more time. When is that ever going to happen around here? But I got the key components right there. Cylinders, pistons, and cases. That's the key component to make a motor. Everything else I can make my head. So. All right, there you go.